Welcome. On this video, just a little quick update with Mason. Mason came yesterday, spent 2 weeks with me on the board and train. He's already coming online fairly quickly. His problem is expressing power towards other dogs at a really high level. And already I'm able to work off of my other dog that's here, Berg, who's also here, is here on the surrender. And as you see, even as I'm talking in the video here, just tapping a little bit, making sure he doesn't reach out, okay, through his mind and start wrapping around Berg. But even yesterday, they already kind of like the meeting of the minds coming together here, and it really, really came out. But in a very controlled way, in a way that allowed me to work it into an exercise, so I could really work that script. So, but when you do it, you take it to a level where it's all about just bringing the dog's decision-making process into the script. You have to interrupt those states, but in a very controlled way. So yesterday, put a lot of time into that, and already he's coming online. But you're going to see more of that going on here this week in terms of just how to continue to work Mason's mind. But Mason, the whole thing when the dog comes to an issue with Mason where there was a situation of a really traumatic abuse in those situations, it's important to not bring that baggage in. Okay, we think as humans, and we're emotional thinkers, and that's what defines who we are. I mean, we show empathy. We want to express, show empathy. But however, in nature, healing comes through meeting leadership needs. So it's not an issue of not having empathy and not caring. It's the fact we have to reconcile that through leadership. Okay, that's where true healing really begins. But with Mason, okay, you see how incredible. I see the greatness in him already. I can already. And the great thing about when you deal with dogs at a certain level is that you can see the light at the end of the tunnel already. You're looking ahead. So you're just moving, advancing through that. So this coming 2 weeks, you're going to see a lot of me working with Mason, with around other dogs, and slowly just kind of bringing them, making that script more defined so that he's going to be able to be with other dogs within the follower script and not be expressing that state. Okay, but the great news is with Mason, I haven't even had to use a muzzle. Okay, just because of the issue. His issues really targeted that way. But he's lining up pretty quick. And so basically you're going to see great things here in the coming 2 weeks. Be able to show exactly how this all kind of lines up. So I'll be using the structured walk, same I did with Lucy when Lucy was here. Being able to nudge Mason's mind into the script, just nudging, and just moments of little hey yous, I call them, just moments of influence. So influence isn't meant to be over the top. But even, Berg is role changing. Berg's been here about, a little more than a week. My goal with Berg is to move towards, at the police service dog level. So I'm going to be bringing him online with doing drug searches, which will be kind of a neat little thing for people to see me doing that. But the advantage I have is I'm able to play off of using other dogs. And you're going to see Polly. Polly's my pug, and she's a fairly small dog. And I'm going to be getting Mason used to being around Polly, but within the follower script. So Polly's very balanced. If you watch some of my videos, I'm using Polly to help create change with other dogs. But it's very controlled. So we do this stuff to understand the dogs are expressing a high level of aggression or power. It's about fulfillment. So, the issue with Lucy is that in her past, she got a lot of fulfillment from expressing that towards onto other dogs. So it just became very entrenched and became just part of how her mind goes. But she's already balancing out. And, this is the thing on the Shambo, the right personality in terms of leadership. When a dog enters into the script, even comes into a certain environment, they start to purge out right away. They start to balance out because it's like electricity in the air. Those unhealthy connection points are already getting severed, and you bring them into the right relationship. So anyway, just a little update. She's doing fantastic based on what's been going on. The whole issue of abuse understand it's about healing through nature. So it's about just thinking right. That's where true healing comes from, mind and body. It's lifting the stress off of her. So it's not the issue that we don't feel bad about what's happened to a dog in the past, but we have to make sure to understand we don't cause more issues for dogs by coming into more, just too much emotion and feeling bad with it. I've had dogs, come to me that have been injured. One dog in particular was hit by a car. I mean, his leg was broken, bad situation. But, the dog healed physically, but the owners couldn't. They brought that in. They continued to hold on to that in their mind, and the dog turned aggressive. So this is just a point to remember, keep in mind, when you're dealing with dogs who come from bad circumstances, and we start feeling bad for them, nature's about moving on. They'll let that go, as long as we let it go, and think rightly, just come into right relationship. Because really, true love is about meeting the needs of another that way. So it's through leadership. So again, Mason's a great dog. We're showing some great videos showing Mason. So again, you want to pet a Mason, just tap, push. You see that push, touch. It's not saying you can't pet your dog, okay? But it's about connecting the right way. So even here, just push and pull a little bit. So it's like a little nudge, nudge, nudge first, touch. But my personality is already in the right place. So oftentimes people, how they're thinking needs to change a lot. So you want to hold back on the emotional level here to make sure it's being defined properly, reconciled properly through leadership. So anyway, thanks very much for watching. I'll be putting up more videos just on the actual process over this coming couple weeks. But as you can see, birds right there. Mason's already doing great, but because of coming in the right relationship, right thinking. So the owner really, the whole thing with success really focuses on the dog owner, okay? Because even this case with Mason, it's one of these things where it's all mixed in, the stress and the anxiety and the power. Those are all kind of intertwined in that. So we come in the right relationship, the leadership, the stress starts to lift off them, okay? And they start to come into the right relationship, right balance. So anyway, I'll be doing some more videos. Thanks for watching. And I hope you enjoyed this little glimpse into Mason's progress on day 2. Thanks.